folks. Welcome to episode 152 of the Whatnauts Captain's Log. I've never said that before because it's Kyle's job. It's your old friend Melissa Wilkinson is here. We're Kyle-less. Kyle is on vacation. Instead, I am here tonight with Ignacio Rojas.
Oh my God, what is Kyle?
He only told me he was leaving. I've brought you all here tonight to announce a crime. And Alan Busby's here.
Oh, hi. I am the new Kyle. But I am Kyle with a cat that you can't.
God, Kyle, come back.
You can't see. So it's Kyle upgraded, and by that I mean he's me, so he's younger, and he has a cat.
We've old dog Kyle and young cat Kyle. Yeah, it's kind of chaotic. This is our first time attempting a recording without Kyle here. We couldn't figure out how to stream the thing. It's kind of messy. I feel like we're the Brady Bunch kids when their mom leaves the house and they knock over her face and they have to glue her face back together.
Yes. What?
Yes.
You've heard of the Brady Bunch.
I've heard of it.
I understand.
I've never like watched the Brady Bunch, but I know of the Brady Bunch.
I only know
good.
the intro of the show.
The Brady Bunch is the one with the Brady Bunch is the one with that actor, the dad that was gay, right?
Oh, the
homosexual. Yeah, sorry, because that's the show, right?
I think so. I think that was true. Yeah. I don't know their personal lives, but that sounds familiar.
I just remember I could have sworn like somebody told me that, and I couldn't remember if that was the show they were talking about. It might be that.
Very well could have been. I'm happy you know that, even if you don't know the episode where they break her vase. Or it's not a vase, it's like a ceramic horse statue. It's one of those two things that gets hit by a ball. And they're like, this is why Mom told us to never play ball inside.
The only thing I know about the Brady Bunch is it's literally the reason why you don't have a bunch of kids. Because that is too many children. Too many children.
Well, they each had 3 children apiece, and then they married each other. So now they've got 6 kids altogether.
It's too many. It's too many. Three is like the roof, and then it's like, oh, we're gonna multiply that by 2. No multiplication, please. But for some reason now you got me remembering like my parents loved old shows. My dad loved the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah,
and that show is just so old, and I just can't get it. I can't get into it.
Wasn't that one
That's
black
understandable.
Yes, yeah, Andy Griffith's in black and white. And I can't.
It's whistling because it was before they invented instruments.
Back in the day when they would just give where the show would have the name of the protagonist and then show like the Dick Van Dyke Show
or like MASH or something. The old show MASH.
I did watch a lot of MASH growing up. I'm not a MASH expert, but I think I know more about MASH than most other 30-year-olds you could find.
Even though you didn't really like it wasn't like your thing.
I got into it enough. You know, I was never obsessed with MASH, but like if it was on, like we'd all sit down and watch it when I was like 13, 14 years old.
So it's that thing where like you don't specifically remember MASH back then, but like those memories are like somewhere back there. Like I was old enough that I was like, I had active memories of it. Like this was in the early 2000s, so like TV box sets were new. So my dad was buying all of that on box set, and we'd like watch an episode or two every night when we ate dinner. So we had the box set with like the episode guide in it. So we knew like the names of the episodes, and we remembered which ones were our favorites, and like we'd put them on again later on our own as youths, not with our dad around. Us in middle school volunteered to watch MASH. Your memory is better than mine. I remember watching the Andy Griffith Show at dinner, same time. Like, oh, we're eating dinner. Oh, Andy Griffith's on. Watch Andy Griffith. But like, I feel like I was around the same age, maybe a little bit older, and I don't remember it. Like I remember watching the show, but if you ask me like, well, what was happening? I had no idea. Like my brain cannot retain information. So maybe either you have a really good memory from 13, 14-year-old, or maybe mine's just really bad.
Could be both answers.
So
Ignacio, what about you? Yeah. Do you have an old sitcom you remember watching?
Don't think so.
No.
Because those sort of things you're talking about, I don't think they ever got here, for one. And then the other shows that I was thinking about that were at least old in that way were not sitcoms. They were shows. Like, I don't know, the one that came up to mind that I doubt that you've ever heard of it, but it is very popular in Latin America, is El Chavo del Ocho. From this guy, Roberto Gómez Bolaño.
No,
so, I don't think I've heard that before.
I thought
Ignacio's
so.
I'd be impressed if you knew what that was.
I would be impressed, but it is so popular in Latin America, and I think even people in the United States that are Latin American would also know about it. But yeah, that was a show from the 70s? 70s. I think it would be. Maybe even earlier than that. And so, yeah, to this day, it's still getting played. Still, if it is on, people will watch it. It will be still
nice.
Fun as that.
So, was it good?
Oh, yeah, it was funny.
This is the important question.
The story of the show, I wouldn't call it a show. It was more like, I don't know what to call it. But so it is centered around this kid called Chavo, who's this poor kid that he's poor. He has no home, no family. He literally lives in a barrel, but he lives in this, I don't know what you would call it, but it is a place where with several houses that are close together in this one area.
Yeah.
With common places or I don't know what you would call
those really condensed kind of neighborhoods with was it block houses?
Yeah, it would be
something?
like a very condensed neighborhood.
Yeah,
but there are no streets in between. It's just common areas in between.
Okay. I don't know what they're called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it would be about him and the other kids from this other place, and there would be this other older guy who has no job. He does odd jobs, and then his whole thing would be that he never pays rent, and so this other big fat guy always comes to this place looking for rent, and this guy
hey, you got my rent for me?
Classic.
And this other guy would have to find excuses to.
So what you're saying
not
is
be there in the page.
So what you're saying is that character was Peter Parker in Spider-Man 3, where the one guy goes, "Hey, yo, Parker, where's my rent?
Yeah.
Where's my rent?
Yeah,
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door."
This damn door.
It had a
but
lot
also
of physical.
There's a kid who lives in a barrel.
Yeah.
It had a lot of physical comedy. Everyone would get punched at some point. Everyone would get hurt.
Wow.
The one of the ongoing jokes would be that this older man. One of the things would be that the running joke would always be, there's this kid that's spoiled by his mom. He always gets all the toys that he wants. And so one way or the other, he would be piss off this other guy. So the kid would go to his mom and tell his mom that the guy did whatever bad thing. So she would come to the older man and slap him always. And then the chavo would always have this one comment about whatever. And so the old man will go to him. The chavo has a hat, so he would always pull up the hat and then.
Oh yeah!
I like the fact that it's just before he hits him, takes the hat.
No, it's not taking the hat. The hat had a flap.
Oh, it is.
So he would raise
the flap of the hat.
No, raise the flap.
Oh. Old TV shows, honestly, to me, I don't think they hold up very well in today. They don't hold up.
There's some charms. I watched a lot of Nick at Night as a kid. Big Nick at Night upbringing. But I look back and like,
Get Smart.
Yeah. See, I don't think we ever got Get Smart in our block. I was obsessed with the Brady Bunch. I remember Laverne and Shirley, Happy Days, a light sprinkling of Mork and Mindy. I remember that I watched these shows, but I will rack my brain for remembering any specific plot points or jokes. They were just like a series of living rooms that I got to visit every night.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't grow up on Nick at Night. I grew up on like Adult Swim on Cartoon Network. So really close, but a different channel. So I grew up with all like the really crude humor shows.
Yeah.
Like none of the wholesome Nick at Night, all the really coarse, nasty Adult Swim.
Well, you had Baby Blues in there. That was on like the first year of Adult Swim. I remember watching it switch over for the first time. That's an important historical memory for me. Switching from Cartoon Network to Adult Swim.
As far back as my memory goes, I remember the oldest Adult Swim I remember is when their commercials were the old people in the swimming pool.
Yes. That was the original run.
That's as far back as my memory can go. But like, I don't remember a lot of shows that were on the original airing. I just remember the weird old people. So like, that's the part that my brain like stuck with. It's like, what'd you watch? I don't know, but they had people swimming in pools, and that was their transition. That's all I got. That's all I got.
More important to remember than Brack.
They're not original run, but like Tim and Eric or Tom Goes to the Mayor, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I never watched it, and now I'm seeing memes of the state I live in. Apparently, in Michigan's like the show Squidbillies. So if you know that show, then congrats.
I have seen the show, but I couldn't tell you. Like, I did not watch it. It just happened in front of me when I was waiting for like, Metalocalypse to come on. I don't know what actually happened on that program.
Show. I didn't watch that one. Robot Chicken, the original like run of that show. And it's classic TV shows. But I don't watch a lot of TV anymore. Like, I find myself rarely ever watching any TV. Like, TV's like a, but I would say like TV's from the old time, but like we still have TV, but like television watching is from like the old time.
Yeah.
If that makes like not streaming like original television.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back into the TV watching because the Olympics start next week, and I don't care about sports, but I will watch all of the Olympics.
I love how much they are committing to the fact that it is in Japan, and so they are committing to its anime. I think Evangelion is gonna be there somewhere. I can't remember what it would be. What it was like. I don't know if in the opening ceremony or something like that, but that then Goku I know and Dragon Ball are like ambassadors of it. They have they've done stuff like that. I think I heard once at one point, I don't know if it is true or not, that for transmissions in Latin America, they're going to have the voice actors that dubbed Goku and Vegeta over here do commentary for the Olympics too, because Dragon Ball is huge over here.
Yo,
so, that's fun.
I love how much the Olympics and anime are crossing over now.
So are you saying I should watch the Olympics this year?
Yes, the Olympics are a great watch. When the Olympics were in London in like 2012, I think, their opening ceremony was all themed to like big British pop culture.
Well, it had James Bond.
Right, they filmed a bit with Daniel Craig and the Queen. They filmed like a mini James Bond adventure that they aired like an SNL digital short.
What?
And there in the arena, they had like these huge puppets of Mary Poppins. I think she fought Voldemort. That might be true. Like, they just brought in all their famous fictional characters. So yeah, it makes total sense that Japan would do the same.
Is skateboarding in the Olympics now? Isn't that like a thing? Or was that always in the Olympics?
I think it's new this year.
So it wasn't in the Olympics before, because I thought skateboarding. No, because skateboarding had like the X Games or X Sports or something.
Yeah,
it was never in the Olympics before.
It's in there now.
I only know this because I saw the meme of how are you gonna have skateboarding in the Olympics if they can't smoke weed. I keep seeing that meme pop up, and it's like how can skateboarding be in the Olympics, or how are they gonna skateboard if they can't smoke? Like, ooh, got them.
But you know what you do get if you're an Olympic athlete, presumably if you're anybody within the Olympic Village. I mean, if you're like a physical training assistant, you probably get this too. You can have all the free McDonald's you want.
What?
McDonald's builds a restaurant in every Olympic village. And which I knew, but I just found out this week that like there's no prices. Nobody buys it. It's just a free McDonald's smorgasbord. You can get a bunch of McDonald's and a bunch of condoms. Condoms are also free. There's.
Do you know how far they are going to?
What?
Wait. Sorry, you go first.
What?
They're not at the same place. I don't think you can get condoms at the McDonald's.
I was like, oh yeah,
dorm.
can I get a McDouble and a Trojan condom, please?
Yeah. Do you know? Wait, no. Do you know how far they are going to make sure that the athletes are not having sex during the Olympics because of COVID?
You're right. Maybe the condoms aren't there this year.
No, the condoms are there, but I remember them saying that they recommend that the athletes take them back home instead of using them. But no, I read this today. Apparently, for the beds, I think the sheets or the whole bed are made out of cardboard. They are made.
What?
They are made so that the bed will only take one person. Like it won't take the weight of two people.
What?
Oh,
and there's one third thing that I do not remember, but yeah, they're going because that's one thing that the Olympic Village is famously known for, that the athletes will have a lot of sex there.
Yes.
So because of COVID, of course they do not. Okay, so here I have it.
Wow, no wonder people want to be Olympians.
Wait, so here the beds are made out of cardboard and will be recycled. One, they only support the weight of one person, and it breaks in any sudden movement.
So
whoa.
Okay, so do they not know that you don't need a bed to have sex on?
Right.
Especially the athletes.
Yeah, you don't need a bed.
Yeah.
Like what? You're an athlete and you go in there and you see that the bed's gonna support one person, and you're like this. Oh no, I guess we can't have sex now. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
And that's so tricky because like the weight of one person in the world of Olympians, there's such a big size range, like a little cyclist and like a big weightlifter. Like they got to have specially designed beds for each of them. I hope that this doesn't sacrifice their quality of sleep because we need our athletes well rested. Let them bone around if they need to. Whatever gets them in like top physical condition to win medals for their country.
I want to see I want to see the people run the 100-meter dash at prime form. Whether they got to have sex the night before or not, I don't care. Let them do whatever they need to be at 100% the next day.
Right. How much McDonald's they got to eat, I don't know. It's the McDonald's orders that I'm very curious about. Like, what? Apple pies? How many apple pies are you getting? What's the favorite McNugget dipping sauce of the Olympian?
None. Sauce. There's no time to get into it. I'm just going to end it with sauce. Not necessary. It's overrated.
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 I would say maybe not necessary, but overrated.
You don't need sauce.
I am with you. I can definitely eat a McNugget dry. I think they're juicy enough on their own. I will take a sauce if it's available. No. The McNuggets are the #1 food to eat in your car while you're driving. But I'm curious about and what's your order at McDonald's like before you compete and then after you compete when you're just hanging around like waiting for the thing to end? Like do you place bronze and then go get a McFlurry?
Yeah. Like what? There's like the pregame McDonald's, like this is what I get before the Olympics. Then once I'm done, everything's good. Then this is what I get. Like I get like the smallest like McDouble. Then once I get my gold, silver, bronze, Then I'm getting like a large McFlurry. I'm getting like the triple McDouble or whatever. I'm getting like a 20-piece of nuggets.
Right, and they've got to have international McDonald's items too. Like not just like the stuff I know here in America.
That's true.
Ignacio, I'm sure you've told us before what McDonald's has in Chile, and I bet they've got that too.
Yeah.
Wait, what makes the McDonald's order different in Chile?
I've mentioned how disappointed I've been every time that I went to the McDonald's in the US because it is so basic. It's so weird how basic you have it there.
Well, how much better is your McDonald's?
Well, for one, we have the signature line.
The
you
what?
don't have that
Oh,
there.
you did tell us about this. Yes.
We don't. Yeah, we don't have. We have like the three. Ignacio, we have the $3 bundle. All right, we got something.
Oh,
better.
I'm sorry. So I think we have pretty much everything you have, at least food wise. But yeah, for one, we have the signature line, which
is it? It's like a similar thing where like you can go to certain places and there's like what is it? There's like a certain place in like the West where if you eat there, there's like a secret menu.
Oh, In-N-Out Burger. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like the secret menu. Even though I mean it's the signature menu, so I assume it's not.
No, it isn't. It isn't secret. It isn't secret.
It's public knowledge. They're like, hey,
well, it's no.
Yeah, it is. It is promoted. So
I think it used to be secret at one time, and then I think it became very widely known. I don't think it's printed on their menus, but like everybody knows what it is.
Yeah, you can Google it.
Yeah.
So here I have I Googled. The thing with signature line is that they are constantly changing stuff. So here I have 3 that are crispy onion barbecue, which it is. First of all, the buns are different. These are toasted buns. So it is that. It is the meat, cheese, and it is grilled onion. It has like sliced bacon.
Okay.
Like cuts of bacon.
Yeah.
And it has, I think it is barbecue sauce. Then you have the clubhouse, which is meat, cheese. It has lettuce, tomato, bacon, and a sauce that I do not know exactly what it is. Might be somewhere around mayo, that I'm not so sure. Then you have here it says an original mix, which is cheese, meat, and then it's guacamole and lettuce. There's one that is the bacon smokehouse, which is again meat, cheese, bacon. It has onion rings, kinda. I think it is onion rings, but cut onion rings that they just put there. Bacon again. Then another sauce.
That sounds.
And then you have also another one which has egg in it.
Way too much. That is way too busy. I need it simplified. I need a more simple.
I'll send you some pic.
Send me those pictures. I need to see these.
Live stream chat.
I'm Googling like weird international McDonald's foods. And in Malaysia.
Of course, other. I mean, of course, other than that, empanadas.
You better save those and send those all to me because I'll pop these up.
I want to say that in Malaysia, you can get something called a prosperity burger.
What?
It's a burger that's long like a McRib. It's the size and shape of McRib, but it's burger. And it's covered in spicy pepper sauce and onions. And also they're showing me this with a drink called the Prosperity McFizz, called 100% orange juice and Sprite. And also they've got curly fries. I want to try McDonald's curly fries.
Okay.
I can't curl them myself.
So we do not have curly fries over here. That's it.
This is a random segue. If you're ranking the fries, do like ranking fast food fries, right? Do you separate fries and curly fries in their separate lists, or do you put curly fries in the same list as
because
fries?
there are different types of fries.
But like, okay, so Melissa, for us over here, what other fast food place do you know besides Arby's that has curly fries?
Jack in the Box.
Okay, see, we don't have that over here.
Oh.
I've never seen a Jack in the Box in Michigan. So
I guess so.
I know California has them.
The only place I know that has curly fries in my entire area is Arby's, and that's it. So
curly fries
are in the same ranking as other fries, because if they're not, then they're literally number one by default, because they're the only thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to curly fries.
Shout out to curly fries. I like many styles of fries. Waffle. Sprinkle.
Mm-hmm.
I think the McDonald's fries are the number one for me.
Oh yeah, that's it. Of course. I said I'd put the images on the live stream chat.
But we're not live. I don't have the Twitch.
Live stream chat is a chat on the Discord.
Oh, never mind.
These look good. Look, you got a little salad.
But do you not have the salad?
A little.
Like we do, we have salad, but yours comes in a cute cup.
Oh, okay.
Our packaging for the salad isn't as pleasing.
Granted, I've never gotten the salad, but I know that they do.
And to be fair, the packaging and presentation is literally half of the meal. It's half of the meal. I don't care how good your food is.
But yeah, so I think
if it's not plated or presented well, then it's bad. You could serve me the most delicious filet mignon steak ever, but if your plating looks like you didn't even try, then I'm just going to assume it tastes like ass.
Right. You have to try at least as hard as the opening credits for Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes, exactly.
So I think that's
honestly amazing song. Probably one of the most creative openings.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest differences. And of course, I think the case with every McDonald's around the world is that the sides or the small snack things are usually different. And so, of course, in Chile, we had to have the empanada de queso. Which I have it here.
Oh, look at it. God, I want an empanada.
Now, these are not the empanadas that you might find in the US, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't you have sweet empanadas over there?
We have them, but I wouldn't say that's a default. I think you can find like an apple empanada, but you can find it not more often than you could find like a beef and cheese empanada.
Oh, okay. Now, I guess beef and cheese would be closer to what we have here, because to us, empanadas are the one that you have here. There's the empanada de horno, which is, I guess, beef, onions, and an olive.
Oh, yeah.
One olive.
One olive?
It usually is one.
What? They hide it in there like a baby and a king cake?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Honestly, but like McDonald's is such, like, in terms of fast food, McDonald's is like is like close to bottom tier. Like,
I'm a big McDonald's fan. That's my lifeblood. Like, they don't have
like I'll eat it, but like I'm never like, man, my number one pick is McDonald's. It's like, if it's there, yeah, I'll eat it, but I'm not like, oh my God, McDonald's, yes.
I dig it a lot. It's not flashy, but it's just reliable and comforting. I could get a better burger other places, but those fries, the McDonald's fries are, I think, my number one favorite food.
Yeah.
But when they're good though, when they're salted correctly, like the fries are like playing Russian roulette. Sometimes you're gonna get the banger fries, and sometimes you're gonna get like no. Well, okay, well maybe my McDonald's is slipping on their game.
Yeah,
those McDonald's have like a 30% massive success rate.
Wow, that sucks.
Like those fries are more often lackluster than they are like, oh my God, amazing.
Maybe I grew up so attached to these fries because we would go as a family. So they just throw like, I mean, you've got the individual containers of fries, but they throw them all in a bag together. So like they keep each other warm. They protect each other like the fries are a family. And like you get all the fries jumbled together at the bottom of the bag and you have some of those. Like if you get more fries, there's a higher chance that you're going to get good fries.
Sure. That's math.
Is that true? Yeah, I'll say, is that like mathematically true?
Sure.
I don't know, I guess. But if one of the things about fries is that they need to be hot, if like you've got some, like if you're getting an order of like, if we're getting 4 things of fries and like 3 of them are from like the previous batch and 1 of them's from the new batch, like they had to change the batch over for the Wilkinson family order, that one hot fry is going to bring up the level of the other fries. I think so.
I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, it's been a long time since I've eaten McDonald's with a single other person. No. It's become a solitary activity for me in my adulthood.
I would say that they are at their peak when they are just done. They came out the fryer, they did all the things, they salted it. But then you let it rest for a little bit because if it is too hot, then it loses some of the flavor. The hotness of it, it loses some of it. So you have to wait a little bit for it.
You got to eat it piping hot. No. Piping hot.
No, you have to let it rest for a bit.
Ignacio, because there's nothing better than grabbing a fry and have it be so hot that you kind of have to like, when you pick it up, it's so hot that you have to quickly put it in your mouth because it's so hot. And then you just kind of like have it in your teeth and you're just kind of like, it's so hot. Like, that's the best.
To sleep with. Oh, see, that's why you've never had a good fry.
You burned your mouth.
Ignacio's like, this is why your fry experience is bad.
Yeah.
You're doing it to yourself. You're not waiting for them to cool. I don't want to wait for them to cool down. Why do I have to order food and be like, well, I got fast food. Now let's just wait. It's not fast because we're gonna wait.
Nah.
Just sit there, man. Those fries would be great. Let's have some. No.
I mean, if you wanted to bring your experience, sure, go for it.
I gotta eat the fries on the way home.
That's awesome. No, gotta wait. Can't eat them yet.
Right.
Gotta wait a little bit.
Save them for marriage.
They're too hot.
Leave some room for Jesus between you and those fries.
Yeah.
Oh man, freaking McDonald's.
I've got an important question for you both.
Okay.
If you were in a heist movie, what is your role in the heist?
Planning, I would say.
Planning what? Like if this is an Ocean's 11, you gotta like you're one of those 11. George Clooney chose you. Like, what is your strong suit? He's gonna point at you and he's like, "That's Ignacio. He's my blank guy."
I would plan it. I would say, okay, you do this, you do this. You're gonna wait for this thing to happen. It has this flaw.
Ignacio's
you are
the mastermind of it.
Ignacio's the one that when he's going over the plan, they're showing like the 3D diagram and doing all the plans. They're showing that Ignacio's the narrator explaining all the plans, the movements.
Yeah,
like Ignacio's the narrator over the plan.
I'm the mastermind.
Maybe you're not the idea man, but you're the one who puts it into action. You're the guy who actually goes to look at the blueprints of the casino.
Sure, yeah.
I'm the man of action. I'm the guy that goes into the field. I'm the field man.
Well, there may be several men in a field. You got to be specific here.
Are you the
What's your strong
guy?
Suit?
Are you explosives guy?
I'm the what?
The getaway. Are you a driver?
No.
Are you explosives guy? Are you the tech guy? This guy's guy?
I feel like I'm probably like the lockpick guy. Like lockpick / explosives where like I either lockpick stuff or I blow stuff open. But not specifically like, I'm not like distracting explosives. I'm kind of like, okay, we're going to get this. We're going to like pick open this door or whatever. I'm like the stealth person.
Okay.
I'm like kind of behind the scene. Like I'm the field guy, but I'm the one I'm in the field doing stuff, but I'm kind of like, I'm not doing anything big. I'm just kind of like opening door, like lock picking and opening stuff and setting like a route. but I'm not the getaway. I'm not the driver.
Yeah, you're the stagehand of the whole operation.
Yeah.
I think I'm the person. Whenever like you have to make your mark call somebody on the phone and they're like, oh, I've got you. I'm suspicious of you. I'm going to call and I'm going to double check. And they're going to say, you don't really work for the security company. I think I'm the voice at the other end of the line who's like, hi, welcome to Brink's Financial Security. Oh, no. Oh, George. George is one of our top employees. You're lucky he came to your casino today. I think I'm the fake person. Yeah. I'm the person who makes the story seem legitimate.
Yeah, you're the alibi. You're like, no, he was supposed to be there. Like he's right. He's our top guy that we send out, and we know some stuff at your casino, and we sent it. A good thing he's there to fix whatever's happening.
Mm-hmm. I have no skills, but I'm just there to make everything look legitimate. I'm just very sincere.
Just the whole thing. It's because it's the fact that you're feeding the lies on the phone, and they're looking at George, and they're like. They hang up the phone. They're like, okay. They like hand them. They like hand it back and stuff. They're like, okay, you check out. But don't do anything bad. They walk away. And as they're walking away, they just kind of like get the message from you on like a smartwatch, and it's just that thumbs up. Like,
yeah,
we in there. We in there.
We're gonna steal that painting.
I don't watch a lot of heist movies, but like the only game thing I'll mention. I love the Sly Cooper video games where it's a play on thieving, and it's on brand because the master thief is Sly Cooper because he's a raccoon. And I just love when I love the parts in those games when they like do like the slideshow projector of like all the scenes of like drawing markers on like stuff and drawing the arrows or doing like the like little like art things of like this will be an explosive. Like I love all of that. It's super cool.
That's the best.
So I'd probably like a heist movie if I'm being honest.
Man, I can't wait for Olympic heisting. And then we get to see the play-by-play commentary of that, and then they break it down in slow motion and like draw over the screen like, now this is where he steals the security guard's key card. This is what nabbed Poland the silver medal. I was going to be a big dork for like 16 straight days, exclusively wanting to talk about the Olympics. I can't.
So,
I don't know sports at all. I just like bright colors and flags.
What's your favorite Olympic event? Like, what's your favorite one in the Olympics?
I'm here for the showstoppers. I'm here like any other American citizen. I want to see him dive and I want to see him do gymnastics.
The opening ceremony.
Which one?
The opening ceremony.
The opening ceremony is my favorite of them. Opening ceremony, closing ceremony, McDonald's, footage of the McDonald's, number 4, gymnastics. Oh no, number 5 is gymnastics. Number 4 is whatever the mascot is. Because every Olympics has its own mascot. And they merchandise the heck out of them, and people get real serious, like trading pins of the mascot.
What?
Yeah.
I know the Olympics are huge, but man, people go hard on that, I guess.
There's even a Simpsons episode where one of the plots is that.
This is what introduced me to this concept. You got to show me some of these. What are their names? The Tokyo ones are cute. They really look like Pokemon. They may have been designed by the Pokemon company. I don't know. Come on, I just want a big infographic to show me. What is that? Embed code? I don't need that. Just make it big, please.
I don't know why. I really like javelin throwing.
Oh yeah. You never get to see it any other time.
Yeah, that's like the highlight. It's like, ooh, javelin throwing. Let's go. Like how far can they like I've tried throwing like baseballs before and everything else, and like I'm not an athletic person. I'm not like a big sports person. So seeing people do like these unbelievable feats is just incredible. And it's just a javelin. It's just a javelin. Like how far can you realistically throw a javelin?
When would you need to? It is fun to see that like classic, like this has been in every Olympics since the Olympics were invented in ancient Greece. You throw a javelin, you throw a very heavy ball, you throw a discus. Yeah. I hope they still do discus.
And like, when are those even practical? Like, when is just throwing a big heavy ball like practical? Like, you just like before was a big thing. It's just, you know what we should do in the Olympics? A guy, like a person throwing a big heavy ball, and it's gonna make people go crazy. And I just don't.
I'd be impressed if somebody could throw a big heavy ball. I can't. What if you need to?
What's the practical use for? Like, what you just like, you should like. It doesn't have it like. I get like running running and dashing, the sprinting, the marathons, like swimming, like all those have practical uses. But like, what, like, as you said, like, when would you need to throw a javelin? Like, what's that do for you?
Wreaking havoc at a bowling alley. If you need to break a window to save somebody inside a burning building. A really big skee ball. That's what they got to make next. They got to turn shot put into skee ball.
Oh yeah, into a sport. I know people call it an old person sport, but I really like shuffleboard. Like shuffleboard's always been like kind of cool to me, even though it's like the old person thing. But shuffleboard always just seems cool because there's nothing more exciting than like seeing people slide the whatever it is, the puck or whatever, like down the ice. And watching people with the brooms.
Oh, that's curling. Shuffleboard is what you do on like wood. Like you do it on wood and like a bed of cornmeal.
I think it is.
I always associate them to be kind of the same.
It is the same, but yeah, you're thinking about curling.
Yeah, a little different.
Curling is the one that you have to actually sweep so as to make the make paths for the thing to go.
Yeah, I always associated them as being kind of like one and the same with like almost not much of a difference. But I mean, I guess they are similar. But I like both of those. I like both of those a lot.
They're both fun.
So what day do the Olympics start? You said next week.
Next Friday. So I'm going to be here recording with you and Gino. And I'll have to have my mom record the opening ceremony. So we're going to watch the entire thing together. We're going to look at every country and their flag and their outfits.
At what time?
Oh, it goes on for like 5 hours. So like, I'm not
because
going
it is
to
Japan, so Japan is several hours.
I think. Well, they're going to delay it. I think like they're not going to air it live. They're going to air it in NBC prime time at like 6 p.m. or something.
And 5 hours, so till almost midnight.
I don't know. Like maybe the event like in real time lasts 5 hours, but they're going to edit it down to like 3.5. I don't know. But we'll record it, and my mom and I just love an event. I think her favorite TV show is Event. We'll watch the entire Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, the entire dog show, like a fireworks show. If it's just like an event, we watch it.
My sister doesn't like the Super Bowl sports, but she likes the pup Super Bowl, like the sports for like dogs or whatever. She loves that.
Puppy Bowl. We watch the Puppy Bowl together every year.
Yeah, the Puppy Bowl. Yeah, my sister really likes that. She watches that, and it's like, but why?
It's cute. You get all these puppies. They got all of these names. It's just like silly dog puns. This year they had like a show. They have kitties for the halftime show. The halftime show, they bring kittens out to play on the field.
Oh, yeah. But
and like they've got.
There's a reason why they are not the main attraction. The dogs are. There's a reason the dogs are the main attraction.
You know, just because it needed to be said doesn't mean you had to say it. Like, you didn't need to say it, but I appreciate you for saying it. But you didn't need to say it.
If there was a kiddie bowl, I would watch that also. Maybe they'll flip it up one year.
You know what? It's a missed opportunity. They're messing up.
No, they know what's going to wouldn't be a good show. Let's be honest. It wouldn't be a good show. If you put cats in that situation, they wouldn't do anything. They would just go to their corner.
Ignacio, cats love swatting at like balls and stuff on the ground. Like, they have like this little like crunchy ball toy. They love swatting around all the time. They'll do it. They'll do it.
Will they go running after the ball, playing with other dogs, like with other cats? This situation? No.
Cats
are assholes. Let's be honest.
Cats are what? I mean, yeah. I mean, you're right. You are right. But you know what though? They're lovable assholes.
That sounds like
dogs.
That's more on you.
Dogs are too happy-go-lucky. They're just happy about everything. Cats are realistic. They get excited about certain things, and then sometimes cats are just like, you know what? I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna be. I'm not in a good mood today. I don't want to. I'm gonna be kind of a dick. So you leave me alone. Dogs are just like, oh my god, you're home. You're rolling golf for 5 seconds. You're home. Like, calm down. See, dogs are just too exciting.
Dogs actually care about
you. I need my mellow. He cares
cats
about
care.
me.
Cats don't care. We all know. We've all seen the headlines. The studies that if you die, your cat wouldn't do anything. Your cat wouldn't mind.
Top of Reuters.
Because cats are strong-willed. They're hurting on the inside. They don't show their emotions on the outside.
It sounds more like you're making up excuses.
We need
like
both.
They're in pain. They're in pain on the inside.
You're...
They're in pain on the inside, Ignacio. But the cat is staying strong for their deceased owner. Dogs, they can't handle it. They're just a broken mess once their owner passes away. Cats, they move on. They're strong. Gee, could you? Man, I wonder if I'm a cat person. How would you know?
I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder how you would guess.
Yeah.
I think I'm a dog person, but I ultimately I'm none. I'm a person. I'm a nothing person. I'm a computer. I didn't grow up with any pets. We never had pets. I wanted a cat when I was little, and then I found out that I was allergic to them. Like I can be around them, but like not for a long time. Or I get very sniffly. It's not a good deal. My first boyfriend had a dog. He had a beautiful German Shepherd. I loved her a lot. So I think I'm a dog person. I am by default because I couldn't live with a cat. But I've never had a pet of my own.
Ignacio, you grown up with pets? What's
a first pet, at least for me, was a rabbit. But that didn't last very long. I would have been like 4 tops, maybe, until it died. And then, growing up, I had a dog, a golden retriever.
Ooh.
I mean, that's a solid pet, though. Golden retrievers are very reliable.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's weird. I grew up, for some reason, my parents had like a bunch of ferrets growing up.
Oh, man.
That's so weird. Hearing people having
those things
ferrets.
are mean. We had a black and white one that bit my ankle once, and I was scared of them ever since. Then we had 2. They're not Pomeranians, or maybe they were. We had 2 dogs that were like small and really fluffy, but maybe they were Pomeranians.
Yeah,
they might have
like
been.
that.
We had two of. They're like that. We had 2 of those. They were okay. I didn't love them. They were all right. There were 2 of them. It was a male and a female, Midnight and Penny. I liked Midnight. He was the homeboy. Then we had another dog. It was like a red hound or something. My parents did not. My dad hated that dog because it barked all the time because they kept it in a cage. It's whatever. Then we had no more pets. My sister had 2 cats. I loved both of them. They were both great. Then she had 2 beagles. Now she has no pets, and now Amy and I have 2 cats.
2 cats.
But the one you see in the video, in the background, that's my cat.
Aww.
Who everyone says is very mean, and is an asshole, and is angry. But if I'm gone for even like a half hour and I come home, he acts like my friend said it exactly. My friend told me, well, yeah, of course your cat likes you because, and I quote, he said, because he's a giant, fat, fucking baby.
Mm.
But he's only a baby to just me, and I love him for that.
That happens. Yeah. Cats are like that.
See, Ignacio, sometimes I sit on my couch and I play games, and my cat would just sit on my lap.
Wait, you sit on your couch?
On my chest. And the Play games? Yeah, I
mean, I only see you sitting in front of the couch.
Yeah, on the floor.
Right,
Yeah, well,
right. I've only ever seen you sitting on the floor. I think that couch is for show. I think it's a prop.
Yeah. No. It's right here. This is where the magic happens when games are played.
Okay.
You guys, you couldn't handle me on the couch. Being on the couch gives me so much more power because then I have the high. Then I have the high ground.
Yeah, the high ground.
You couldn't handle it.
I can't wait for the live stream where we're all in just like very aggressive power poses.
You just start like a stream and everyone's in a pose and it's like, what's happening? And you're just doing poses.
One of these days, I'm going to pull my microphone out of my stand and just like lie in my bed talking into a microphone on a cord.
Just in the far back, just far away.
Yeah.
Right. Let's do the most distant one possible. This sounds like fun.
Ignacio's he'll just sit there, but he'll have his webcam so low so it cuts off the top of his head.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll sit on the couch for once. For the first time, according to
you
guys.
Oh my god, first time on camera.
No, you said
for the first time.
Yes, I don't need once, but just to show us that you
actually just once. I sat on it a single time.
Just to show us that you actually sit on it.
You know, I've thought about sitting on my couch and getting like a tripod like next to my couch, kind of in front of like right here, and then just have the webcam point at me, but have it like high enough where it's level with my face. So I'll just sit on the couch and then do something with my mic. I don't know what I do, but I do something. I thought about it, but my mic cord's not long enough. Like, that's like as far as I can bring it.
Oh no, that wouldn't work.
So unless I got like an extension cable, but it's a possibility. The couch stream is coming soon.
The couch stream.
We'll finally use the couch for the first time. But I got pillows and blankets. I'm like if I sit totally flat.
Guys, we gotta do the blanket fort episode. Maybe for Halloween, we'll all build ourselves into our own individual blanket forts and record from there. The audio will either be great or terrible. We'll have to see.
Man, how'd I even do that? And I'd have to get like some giant blanket and get like pins or something and like pin it to the wall.
Right,
you'd just have like a whole blanket just right above me.
You'd have to get a tent pole. You'd have to like hang hooks from your ceiling. It's difficult to do when you're a full-sized adult.
Yeah.
It's not like putting a blanket over like the living room table and just being under it.
Man.
I mean, you still could, but it'd be a lot harder.
You could do that. Yeah. Let's just all, we're all podcasting from underneath tables this episode. I really, you've got me on a kick of playing with physical space in this audio format. Where people
Everyone's
just know that we're like lying in a bed or sitting under a table.
Yeah, people are probably just, so like if you're listening to a podcast, you're probably honestly like just at work or something listening to this, and you're probably just sitting there at work and you're like, man, am I really going to go home and think about building a fort when I get home? You should.
Oh man.
It'll bring you back, or it's just a safe space.
My desk at work would make such a good fort. Man, they're never going to let us build forts in our office.
Ignacio, you got some room for forts or what?
Sure, yeah.
Like I only see like the curtain and the closet. Like you got space in there to like do something for like a fort.
I have plenty of space already. I'm just
but like
up against the window here.
See. But like, is the room transformable into a fort? Like, could you do it?
Sure.
We'll make it work somehow.
Right. If we can ever get a sponsorship from like a Brooklinen or some company that makes bed sheets, we're celebrating with a fort episode.
It's true. See Brooklinen? Shout out to Brooklinen. Get us that slice sponsorship. We'll do a 4 episode.
Brooklinen, I bought one of your duvets.
Brooklinen sheets.
Right? Oh my god, the duvet is amazing. See, I bought it with my own money using the code from Blank Check. Griffin and David helped me buy an amazing duvet, and like the duvet covers, beautiful. A duvet cover is a good thing to make a fort out of beyond a sheet. Duvet cover.
Yeah. I've never tried Brooklinen before. I just use like blankets and comforters from like the bed sets from like JCPenney.
That's not bad.
Like, whatever that like tells you about my quality of my bed.
You gotta start somewhere. It comes in handy. Like what I've got back here is my like Target bedspread that I bought when I like moved into my first apartment. It's like I need a blanket this big because I've never bought a bed this big before. So I'm not going to get anything super expensive because I have to buy all of these apartment things at once. And earlier this year, I was like, okay, I've had this thing for like 5 years. It's worn kind of thin. Time to upgrade. Get that good Brooklinen. And I got that Brooklinen and it was amazing. But it was like, I got the all season one. I'm like, this should be perfect. Summer is a season, but my room gets so hot. It wasn't working like I wanted it to work because it's so fluffy and soft, but it was too warm. So I had to put it back in the closet. Now I'm back to my like thin Target comforter again. It's going to be a summer appearance only seasonally. All other times of the year, the Brooklinen's back.
But it's orange. You should have it for Halloween.
It's actually like a soft pink. It looks different in this lighting.
Oh yeah,
I can bring it back for Halloween. Or I've got a purple one that's Halloween too.
So Ignacio, you got a specific topic you want to bring up? If not, I got a good question.
Me?
Yeah, if you got any good topics to bring up, anything that you want to bring up, or if not, I got another bed question, but it's not specifically related to bed.
I don't know. I have the ones that are in the doc, but I don't have anything. I don't know where you're going with this.
Okay.
I want to hear this bed question.
Okay.
We put a lot of hard work into the shows that we make, and yes, we make multiple different shows here at the Whatnauts, and we'd love it if you would check them all out. You can find out more information on our website at thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. When you type in the Whatnauts, all of our shows will pop up right there. Just don't forget to give us a nice rating and review if you like the shows. If you want to support what we do here at The Whatnauts, patreon.com/The Whatnauts is the best place to do that. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. You can get all kinds of exclusive content at the $3 tier. You can also get a shout out and thank you on all of our shows at the $5 tier. You can support us on Twitch by subscribing to our channel at twitch.tv/The Whatnauts, and we would love to have you all join us for our live streams and talk with us in the chat. And lastly, we have merch. If you want to grab yourself a shirt or a sweatshirt or a mug or something else, go to thewhatnauts.com/store to pick up some merch today.
So it's not pertaining to just beds, but I guess we'll start in the bedroom.
Okay. Sensual.
Who wears socks to bed?
It depends for me. Of course, it would have to be cold for one, but then I usually do not, even though when it's cold, because here we have. I can actually show you. We have one thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have visual aids for this one. Melissa, you go first.
Cool.
Okay. Okay.
I will wear socks in winter. I don't like to. I feel like it's always an expression of weakness for me when I think I'm not going to wear socks, and then like 10 minutes after I turn the lights out and crawl into bed, then I crawl back out and put socks on. I'll do it because otherwise, if I'm too cold, I can't fall asleep right. But ideally, I would like to not wear them.
Okay. All right, Ignacio. What is this?
So as far as I know, you do not use this over there. I do not think you have it.
Oh, a water bottle.
Not a bottle.
That's cool.
You're close. Close. It does hold water.
The thing is,
it does hold water. It isn't a bottle. It is made out of rubber.
It's like a water bottle pouch.
Right, like that thing is called a bottle. I know it's not a bottle, but that's like the old timey phrase for it.
Sure, so it is. It is made out of rubber, and so what you do is that you put boiling water inside. So you actually use this while you're in bed. You put it in bed, so this will keep you warm at night.
Wait. So you put boiling water in that, and then you just close it and just put it in the bed.
Yeah.
I mean, it is good. You're not burning yourself. It is just cold, and because since it's boiling, it will last pretty much the whole night.
Yeah, it'll radiate the heat out. It keeps your toes cold, so then you don't have. It keeps your toes hot, warm even.
Okay,
warm is the correct temperature.
I mean, if you put in cold water, then it does the opposite. It keeps it cold.
I feel like I'm
to be cold.
So I'm the opposite of all of you because I never wear socks to bed, and I'm the opposite
even
of
when
you
it's
specifically,
cold?
Melissa. Where even when it's cold, I never wear socks to bed. I never. So I'll go into my other part of the question after this, but
okay.
I'm the opposite of even Melissa. I cannot sleep if it's warm. I have to be cold. Every time I sleep, I put my feet or legs in a cold spot of the bed, right? And the second it starts getting warm, I shuffle my feet around.
Yeah.
Once I take up all the cold spots, I sleep with my feet outside the blanket.
Jesus, what are you? The opposite of a snake?
No, like okay. So I go to bed a lot later than Amy does. And I hate that because I love not being in bed all day. And my favorite thing is that I won't be in bed all day. The bed will get cold all day. And then when I go to bed, I crawl in the bed and the bed is freezing. And I
get
love
that. It does feel good when you find that spot in the bed where it is cold still. And you move away from it.
It's refreshing.
But I need it cold. I need it cold. Like if the bed gets warm, I have a hard time sleeping.
But yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's good for when you feel it once, but no, if you're getting cold, I don't sleep like that.
No, because I like when I feel kind of cold, where I get like a slight shiver, because then I like to like really bundle up in the blanket, where I kind of go into like almost a cocoon state with the blanket wrapped so tight around me, and I love it. But my feet get warm quickly. So I can't have my feet in the blanket because they get warm, and I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah.
So then my next part is, so like, do you just wear socks normally around like the house or apartment? Like
yes.
How often do you like wearing socks?
Again, it depends if it is cold or not.
So when I get home, my favorite thing, the first thing I love doing, taking my socks off. I don't know, I can't explain it. But I do not like wearing socks. I don't like it.
Not for everyone.
So when I get home and I take my socks off, they don't go back on till the next day. Like socks are, okay. Funny little story. My parents live right by this like mini grocery store, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a true story. I would be in winter in Michigan. We would have like a foot of snow. I'd get home from work, or I'd be home, I'd have no socks on. Middle of winter, it's like 20 degrees outside. I will put flip-flops on and walk to the grocery store. I would go there one day, and one woman was like, it's cold outside. Where are your shoes? I told her they're at home. She goes, do I have to tell your parents to buy you socks and shoes and a coat? Where's this at? You know it's freezing outside. And I told her, it's fine outside.
Are you also going out like that? Like you're right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some people are built for it. It's true. I wear a coat less than many people, but I do still need one at times.
Yeah, I like Ignacio. I live in Michigan. Our winters, Ignacio, in the winter, I'll sometimes get my car. My car will tell me the internal temperature, like outside. I'll turn my car on. My car will say it's like in our severe winter, that temperature will say like -13.
Mm-hmm.
Like it gets really cold. Like in Michigan, I kid you not. This might sound crazy. In Michigan, in spring or even in winter, if we get like a warm winter day where it's like 40 degrees outside, that's considered nice. That's considered warm. The highest our temperature ever gets, I think, is like the high 80s or maybe like 90 degrees. So like some family lives down in like Alabama or Florida. So if they come up here and it's like 60 degrees or 70 degrees here, they think it's freezing here. But that's like perfect temperature for summer. Like 70 degrees. Yeah.
God.
Ignacio, it's a different world here in Michigan.
That's what I hear.
Worlds are different all over. Everybody comes from a different temperature.
Yeah.
So yeah, winters in Michigan, man, they hit different. It's winter. We only really have solid months of summer from like June, July, August, and the early half of September. Then other half of September to the end of October is fall, and then like it's random. So like November to like March, April, sometimes beginning of May, like to like beginning of April is like winter, and then the rest of April and May is spring. So like our winter months are long. We have a lot of winter months here.
It's a winter place to be.
It is. And that's what I had for socks, I guess.
Don't
way to
need
transition
socks.
to I like cold weather.
Yeah,
socks not necessary. Get home, take them off, and just let your feet breathe. Let them breathe. If it's cold, don't worry. Go for a brisk walk to warm up.
With flip flops and short sleeve tees.
Hey, I don't wear flip flops as often now that I'm older, but sometimes they're just convenient. They're easy. I'm sorry, Ignacio. I know you're shaking your head at me, but I'm sorry.
You can wear what you want. Like, don't overheat if you go out in the winter. If you think you will overheat, just make sure you don't die. Just make sure. This is my advice from me to you tonight, everyone. Make sure you don't die.
Yep.
Stay alive. Keep living. So, well, I actually don't remember how long a captain's log normally is. So
we can end it here. I think that's a fine note to end it on. Did you have other topics?
Ignacio?
I mean, there were other topics. I don't know if you want to talk about them, Alan.
We can save that one for some other catalog that we're both on. Because, well, Ignacio, I'll give you this. Friends, just know that this weekend, Sunday, July 18th, your homeboy, Alan Busby, going to another Digimon card game tournament with friends. We're going for the W this time. We're not going 2-2. We're gonna go 4-0. Probably not, but that's all I'm giving you. We're going to more card game tournaments and Digimon hype.
I mean, as long as you're putting those cards that you spend so much money on, put them to use.
Ignacio, they're not expensive, all right?
I mean, how much have you bought?
I mean, I've bought 3 decks.
Okay.
And when you used to play Magic, Magic's expensive. I think my most expensive deck is, like $100 and like something dollars. That's for like a full deck.
Okay.
It's like a full deck, all right? Like, come on. Card games aren't cheap, Ignacio. Hobbies aren't cheap. For full cards when they're brand new and when you get the super rares and the secret rares.
See, you want to have them all.
Nerd
That's
talk.
the thing, you want to have them all.
Well, then I don't need them all. I just need. Okay. Okay. Ignacio. Oh, I don't have it over here. Wait, no, I do. Ignacio. This is specifically a visual for audio people. Or for video people. This is a visual for audio.
This is a visual for audio people.
This is a visual for audio people. So get ready, audio people. You're about to.
Add that one to the list of Alan phrases.
Okay.
Yep, to the
make
list.
it
Add that one to the list.
Keep bringing it coming.
Ignacio.
Keep bringing it coming.
Oh my god. The long road. Ignacio. My friend gave me this card. This card's worth a lot of money.
Oh shit, that's Omegamon.
Well, it's excuse me, it's
see,
Omnimon.
You got a misprint. Sucks. It isn't worth that much.
No,
it isn't worth as much.
No misprint. Because in English, Ignacio, it's Omnimon. Get it together.
Yes, the English.
But like, come on. Again, for audio people. Keep
your eyes on Ellen.
Look at that cool art, Ignacio. Come on, dude.
Mastermon? I don't remember all these.
Mastemon. And then you got one more.
I don't know that guy. I do like the way these cards look, though. These are well designed. They got big, beautiful artwork that can stretch outside of its boundaries. And you got some real nice glossy shinies.
That's right. Heck yeah. See, finally someone that's not Ignacio appreciates it.
You could sell those. Make money out of them.
Ignacio, it's Digimon. You got to keep it because the nostalgia. Sometimes it's not about making a profit. Sometimes it's about enjoying yourself.
Sure.
I'd love to have myself a fine Wizardmon just to look at on my desk and not do anything with.
Oh, I see. I have a Wizardmon. It's the purple one. It's the one that was killed by Myotismon.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ignacio. I don't know if this makes sense to you because I'm using English names. I know that's not the subway.
What's it called? Vandemon, I think it's Japanese. No, but we see. Here's the thing. Here's one of the bigger problems that I have with the English dub. Okay,
we're not going into this right now.
One of my biggest problems is that for whatever reason, someone decided that in the contract for when they got the license for Digimon to air it and dub it in Latin America, someone put in there in the contract that they had to use some of the English names in there. So yeah, we got Omnimon, we got Myotismon, which I do not have a problem with. We have the English names for the characters, for the main characters. But luckily we got to keep a lot of the Japanese original names. Like we got the Chosen Children, which I know yours are the Digidestined, which is worse.
But the Digidestined sounds so much cooler,
more corny,
though.
and the Chosen Children is much better.
Digimon is full on corny. It always has been. This is what I narrowed in on when I was like 10 years old.
Because of how the English stuff went, no one wants to take it seriously.
I took it seriously. And I love the show.
No.
I just recognized that was why other kids my age didn't take it seriously. The English
couldn't go 5 minutes without cramming in a bad joke. Even though it is a serious scene, why do you have to always cram in bad jokes? The other day I was watching the moment where they first got War Greymon and Metal Garurumon. And I decided to watch, how bad is it in the English dub? And it was bad. It was bad. It was a serious moment. Come on.
Ignacio, sometimes you have to just enjoy it.
And don't get me started on Dragon Ball. Don't get me started on Dragon Ball.
No. Ignacio. If it's a serious thing, then why is it trying to be funny?
It is.
Then why is Thor Ragnarok? Why is Thor Ragnarok a comedy?
It isn't trying to be funny. Digimon.
Thor Ragnarok tries too hard to be funny. Thor Ragnarok acts like it's a comedy movie.
That's Thor Ragnarok. That's how it was made. It was made like that. Not this other thing that was made one way, and then when it got to the United States, they thought, oh no, this is too much for kids. No, we have to dumb it down. We have to make it dumber.
Ignacio, children are simple-minded. They enjoy things that just kind of make them laugh.
This is one of my other problems with English dubs. For kids. All shows that got dubbed. All shows that got dubbed by 4Kids. We got the 4Kids version here.
Yeah.
We got the 4Kids version here. That means that for Yu-Gi-Oh, they didn't die. They went to the Shadow Realm. They wouldn't be. They didn't hold guns. They were just like that. Just like that. No gun.
Oh, yeah.
They will still aim at them, but no gun.
Just gonna point some knuckles.
These Sawblades.
I didn't know they died.
Sawblades, no, if they touch it, they send it to the Shadow Realm. They will not slice you.
See,
I got two for you. Wait, hang on. Remember when Bandit Keith held his gun at Pegasus, and he just. And then remember when the magician was trying to kill Yuki, instead of a saw blade, it was an energy disc.
If they touch it, no, you get sent to the Shadow Realm. They do not die.
I gotta tell you, this is the first time hearing that there was death. I always thought it was legitimately a Shadow Realm.
The Shadow Realm was made up by 4Kids so that they didn't die.
I believed in the Shadow Realm.
I mean, if we're being honest, Ignacio's right. 4Kids was bad. Yeah. So in One Piece, Sanji the cook has a cigarette in his mouth, but in the 4Kids dub, instead of a cigarette, it's a lollipop.
Yeah, this I've seen. They did what they could. If we knew 4Kids, I wonder if any of those shows would have made it over to us. I'd rather take like a
I'm
real.
Sure we would have gotten the original ones, but no, 4Kids had to go and ruin it.
Look at how quickly Ignacio got riled up over the dub.
We were just having a nice conversation about socks.
Yeah, God bless you, Ignacio.
And once again, the Digimon movie sucks. It's bad. It's bad. It is all
we like.
All that is
we
bad
like what we like
in the English dub. In any English dub.
Ignacio, in the Digimon movie, remember when they're trying to be a Diaboromon and Izzy goes, "And you got mail."
Do you know what
he says? When I was 10
says?
years old, though, that meant the world to me. I was so into Digimon when I was like 10 years old. I was really emotionally invested in these characters. I was the weirdo who's like, I like the creatures fine, sure. I love these human children. Why isn't there more merchandise that just has Joe on it and not any of the Digimon? I'm not as into them.
Of course, Melissa's a Joe fan.
I love Joe and Mimi. Those were my faves. I was a Mimi. I wanted a Joe.
Bringing it back to Fries, Alan, I know that you are not watching the new Digimon show.
No, I'm watching it. Where Mimi's introduced.
Okay, so there is one episode that is centers around Fries and Joe.
Ooh.
Oh, ooh.
Fun.
See, Joe. Fun. I remember the Digimon movie specifically where Ty's trying to cover everybody, and he calls Joe, and they go, "He's in, like, and where's Joe? Oh, he's gone. He's the only kid I know who volunteers for summer school."
See, this is the thing about Digimon is that as corny as it was, it still reached into my heart, and I was so emotionally invested in what was happening. That, like, even if you've got mail is the very silly line. It's said with such intensity behind it, and I'm so on Izzy's side that it's like, Izzy, I don't care what you say. Just get to where you need to be, Izzy. You
feel so much hype. You feel so much hype of all that mail screwing them over that when Izzy's like, I'm gonna forward it to Diaboromon. You're like, and Izzy goes, "You've got mail." You're like, "Yeah, fucking get him, dude." He does have
mail. He has it.
And it kills him.
Do you know what he says? He says in the regional one?
What?
Let's
what?
go. I think that's what he said.
See, that's so boring. Just He just does it. Let's
no,
go.
It's not that. Let's go. No, go. I think it's
No,
go.
it's you've
No.
got mail. All right.
Yeah, and then when
I don't know if let's go is better.
Yeah, I don't think let's go is
and
better.
then when Omegamon stabs Diaboromon, what does he say in the English one?
You know, they count down from 10 because the missile's coming
No,
down.
yeah, the countdown.
Yeah.
The
So
countdown is from the original one.
It does the countdown from 10 and it flashes to everybody.
No, yeah, but then he stabs Diaboromon, he kills him, and then in the English dub he has a joke line.
Yeah. No. In English, when Diaboromon gets stabbed, when he dissipates, all he says is
No,
Willis.
he says connection terminated, I think.
Oh, connection
Yes.
He
terminated.
doesn't say anything in the original one. Because
But
it is a serious moment.
Because he was connected to the internet. He was destroying it. So when his connection's terminated, it makes sense that he doesn't have control of the internet anymore.
Would he
not
say
necessarily
that?
a joke,
Why?
yeah.
This is it is a serious moment. There's a nuke coming. They're going to die.
This movie.
Why would he say
This
that?
movie came out 21
And
years
also,
ago.
Willis, did you know that Willis was added? The whole Willis storyline?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't much care for Willis's story arc.
Well,
it
Yeah.
it was.
I don't like.
It was only.
I don't like the second half of that
It
movie.
was added into the other. Willis was never
Yeah,
mentioned
see, I don't-
in the original movies.
Yeah, I don't care for Willis. I just like the internet Diaboromon Omnimon stuff. Like, dude, like that part, like once I finish the Omnimon part, I'm like, okay, I can dip out of the movie.
Yeah.
But like that Omnimon, that whole build up, that I live for that. That part hypes me every time, even no
And
matter
then
how
they
many
ruin
times
it.
I've seen it.
With that song.
No, they did. Which the Digirap?
No, let's kick it on.
I like that song.
It works, okay? Maybe it's wrong, but it's not ineffective. It reached me.
Yeah.
We're saying these things this movie came out 21 years ago, and we're still all talking about it so vividly.
You know, Ignacio, you know what I like? I like when they're playing the kids song and Matt and TK are going with their like friend to the barbershop to a computer. And I like when the song's playing, Kids of America or whatever it is. And I like when Matt says, slow down. What? I said slow down. Sorry, I still can't hear you. And then they're driving because he's super fast.
I don't remember
Like,
what is it. Alan, you should watch the original Our War Game. Because it is
The what?
Our War Game, that's the original movie.
I would like to watch it.
I'd watch it. Where could I watch it, Ignacio? Where
That's
can
a good
me
question, and I
viewers watch
cannot
that?
give you a legal answer.
Oh, okay. So that's where
You would
So
have
that's
to
where I watch it.
import it from Japan, but no, seriously, Our War Game, it is a very good movie. It is very good. I think the English dub, it really takes away a lot of the tension of the fact that they are about to die.
See, okay. I'm gonna give you one specific thing and this one argument, and I understand the whole argument of dub versus sub, right? I know you because you always tell me that dubs ruin the vocal performance behind a character. And I can I can get where you're coming from in certain dubs. Because dubs in modern day are a lot better. Dubs of back then, 100% I'm with you. But modern dub, it's getting a lot better.
Yeah.
The thing is, I feel like for me personally, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. For me personally, Japanese voice actors do a fantastic job, but being an English speaker, even with the vocal performance of a Japanese actor, bringing everything he has, I can only really read the emotion based on how intense the person's yelling or saying a word. But being an English speaker, hearing that same vocal performance from an English voice actor allows me to more personally connect to it because I can understand where it's coming from with understanding the words instead of just reading it. When I read a line of just like, you killed my father, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you killed his father. But then when I hear the English vector of like the delivery of like, you killed my father, or however they say it, I'm like, yeah, that just hits harder for me personally because I understand it.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
So
hearing like, you
but, yeah.
killed my father versus you killed my father. Like, you get something with the inflection. I understand.
Yeah. But reading the subtitles of a serious line doesn't hit the same.
No, I mean, I get it. Of course, I was lucky that we got dubs that were faithful to the original ones. But I do get where you're coming from, that the emotion. I guess that it is maybe something that you have to get accustomed to actually reading.
Yeah. I grew up watching English dubs, so that's why they're more familiar to me. It wasn't until I got a lot older that I started watching some Japanese stuff. But
yeah,
well, I think
again, I think that you should try to watch the original movies that became the Digimon movie, because
they are legit
good movies.
I'll try to look for them. But with that, my friends, I think after this, I'm gonna rewatch the Digimon movie.
I would if I could. I own the DVD and somebody borrowed it from me.
Oh, see, I own it. I know what my Friday
I gotta
night
get
plans
it
look like
back.
now.
We gotta initiate a trade.
Alan, do you know or have you watched The Girl Who Leapt Through Time?
No.
Oh, damn. No, because it is one of those movies that people always talk highly about, and the guy that did that also did the first two movies that composed the Digimon movie, and then he also made Summer Wars, which if you watch it, it is really the whole Our War Game, which is the whole Diaboromon part of the Digimon movie. He made all that into a standalone movie. He created a world and he made that whole thing into a standalone movie. So,
well, hell yeah!
Just so you know that, a director that went on to do things that are celebrated for being very good made those Digimon movies.
All right, cool. Well, Melissa.
Yeah, we gotta go to bed. This is enough.
I like it.
I don't remember how Captain's Log ends, so I'm leaving that to you.
Oh, we just stop it. We don't have. But we have plugs and stuff. Oh my God, the housekeeping, guys! I forgot about the house.
Oh damn, this house is so dirty.
Okay.
I'll just cut that in somewhere in the middle.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Alan.
But then, I guess at the end, shout out to our Patreon supporters, especially those at the $5 tier. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
You can also watch us at
and then housekeeping will go somewhere else.
You can watch us at Crossplay, our weekly video games podcast. You can watch our reactions to Black Widow.
Loki's final season.
Yeah. The first season, final episode.
Final season 4 now.
And then you can also check out the Reactor Core reacting to trailers and all kinds of stuff too.
We have that. Listen to the review show every week. We're talking about something new. We just finished all of the German time travel series Dark. And this week we've got a graphic novel called Folklords. We're doing a fun little series of guest episodes over there too. With Kyle gone, I'm going to be bringing out some returning guest stars and a new face. Well, a new voice. Ooh. We can't video record that one. There won't be a face. There'll be a voice. A voice will be there.
So for all you audio listeners, make sure you watch the video.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then also, if you don't know, the Whatnauts does stream on Twitch on Wednesdays and sometimes Sundays, I think. But on Wednesdays, where we stream Reactor Core to the reactions to Loki recently, and also stream some games. So follow us there and watch there, and you also may subscribe to the Whatnauts Twitch, and we really appreciate that. And if you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime, so you get a free Twitch subscription that we would be absolutely humbled and beyond thankful if you gave that to us.
Yes.
See, look, housekeeping wasn't so hard. Cal makes it look like it's so difficult.
Right. The house is clean. Now we can talk about ourselves. Alan, where can they find you on Twitter or on the internet? Is it Twitter? It's the internet.
Well, the Twitter, I assume a graphic will show up, I assume. If someone puts that in there, Alan, what? But you can watch me be a filthy casual streaming some Guilty Gear Strive over at twitch.tv/AzurePKK. And also hit me up on Twitter and tell me the Digimon movie rocks, because it rocks.
It's rock bottom.
What's your Twitter?
Well, it's in the graphic, but it's at Alan Busby.
Right. Well, we gotta say it.
Busbee.
We have to say it for the people who aren't watching. They can't hear
that's
the graphic has come
Why
up.
don't you care about audio listeners?
Audio listener, why are you not watching this?
You hate
I don't
them so
understand. I don't. They should just be watching.
Ignacio, what about you?
You can find me on Twitter at IgnacioRojasB. That's IGNACIOROJASB, where sometimes I'll tell you how wrong you are for liking English dubs, but now, in all honesty, if you want to watch that, if you like that, that's more part to you. That's on you. I just like telling Alan how bad the English dubs are, because I know he'll take it. Most often than not, when I tell people that they suck, they will fight back pretty hard. So, yeah.
I just accept it. I just accept it.
You know, see, Alan can accept that he's wrong.
Hey.
So hopefully you too.
Ignacio. Hey, Ignacio. Yeah, really quick for Melissa. Yakuza 0 was so underwhelming, I stopped playing it.
You finished
a game
that you hated.
Melissa, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Wilkywit. That's WILKYWIT. And listen to my other podcast, Saturday Morning Obscurities. This is a show where me and my brother Jams talk about weird old kids shows you feel like only you remember. I got to get you guys on there sometime. You can talk about anything you want. You could, Alan, if you want to talk to us about the Digimon movie, you are absolutely welcome to.
Yes. Yeah. We'll just do a full play-by-play of the Digimon movie from 21 years ago.
That's the point of this thing. That's what it is. It's like old kids entertainment you like half remember. So you're always welcome on. Bring on anything. We're happy to learn.
Hey, did you see that? No, I was sleeping. But you're driving. Also from the movie, because I just got caught.
Serious movie. It's a serious movie.
That's a funny moment, though.
No,
it can be both.
It can be both. Digimon.
Ignacio,
no, Digimon.
Ignacio, if there's rom-coms, there can be serious coms.
Digimon, by the original one, has its funny moments. It has its funny moments. It's not this thing that every 5 minutes they are trying to cram a dumb joke. They take serious moments seriously. They do not add jokes to serious moments.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it and time every joke's distance apart.
God, your hand's gonna get it's gonna hurt by the end of it.
But there you go, everybody. Hey, Alan, that has been the captain's log today.
Before we go,
what?
The Digivolution is up and running. Did you see? Did you hear? Do you know what's coming?
The Digi Destiny starts today.
Let me hear you.
Let me hear you say.
God, Digimon.
That's such a dumb song. Again, one of the
hey Ignacio.
Again, one of the best examples.
Did you know that with Did you know with Digi 2 they can save the world from Digi disaster?
You see, growing up, when I watched the movie, I thought, it is a movie thing. It is a dumb thing, but it is the movie. It is one of thing. And then I listened then I listened to the opening that you have for Digimon 1 and also 2 and also 3. And boy, you had it so bad.
Damn Ignacio, but
that's. We'll leave you to it, listening audience, to form your own opinions about Digimon.
From your own opinions, whether you love it or hate it. Is it a comedy? Is it only a serious movie? Can it be both?
Right to us.
We'll leave you to figure that out.
Tell us.
But we're going to get out of here.
This has been the Captain's Log, episode 152. What a prodigious moment. Okay, good night, everybody.
That's another thing that they added in the English dub.
Bye.